you're doing amazing. That is like, you're right on track.
I did have questions about the tracking sheet. Some of the explanations say give yourself a mark. Do you mean like a check mark, a tally, or like points? I wasn't really sure.
Like a tally, because you could kind of keep it going, right? So I would say a tally.
Okay.
Then you can kind of see how many, and then at the end of the week, it's like, okay, here's my tally for this week. Let's see what I can do like if I can do better this week versus not, or versus the previous week or things like that.
But you can adjust it to you.
Yeah, you can obviously customize it to you for sure.
Is it possible in the page to put like a pinned post for like Q&A? You know, like in the elite page when we have events, Brittany, they'll put like a pinned thread for like convention or whatever, so everybody can ask their question in that one thread. Can we get something like that in here so everybody can ask questions in one place?
Yeah, we should have a pinned post in there, but we'll double check. That's a great idea.
Because we might have a few pinned posts will get lost.
Yeah.
So I'll look into that today.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Karen.
Hey, Karen. New hairdo. How are you?
Hey, how are you guys?
Good.
Good to see you.
Good to see you guys. So I had a win. I posted in a group, one of the hobby groups I'm in. I have an Instant Pot, and I was cooking something in it, and I just snapped a picture and posted it real quick. And actually was cooking boiled peanuts in it. I did not know that people did not know about boiled peanuts. I didn't know that was not a worldwide known thing, but I got a ton of comments on it. Apparently boiled peanuts are a Southern thing and anyways, I got a bunch of comments because people did not know what in the world I was doing with peanuts in my Instant Pot. But anyways, I got a whole bunch of comments off of it.
How cool that is. Excellent. Good job.
Awesome, Karen.
And we're streaming over to Facebook, right?
Yep.
Okay, we're live on Facebook. So you guys who are jumping on or watching the replay, for the first 5 minutes, we talk about wins or doing follow-up, because we want this to be accountability group. I had somebody ask as far as doing, like, if you're on the Zoom, you can put us or whoever the speaker is on main, but on Facebook, we have this as showing it as a Zoom because we are a community. So we want you guys to see everybody, because it's not just about us or about someone else. It's we are here as a community. And so we're here to grow together. And then Lindsay, you've got your hand up. Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify it, because I think there's some confusion on it. Are we supposed to be like posting in the group our stuff, or like, because I'm part of like a smaller accountability group, but we're kind of keeping each other accountable on Messenger that way, but are we supposed to be posting it in the group or just like doing the assignments? Because I think that's why the Q&A pinned post probably got lost, was because the page is like kind of getting flooded. Does that make sense? Which is not a bad thing. I just need to know where we're supposed to post stuff, really.
Post what in particular are you talking about?
So day one,
daily challenges and our homework and stuff. Are we supposed to post it there, like a screenshot of that? Oh, hey, we did it, or is that just kind of what this group is for?
Great question. We're planning to and reviewing all of this. So we get that there's a lot of people in there and things do get flooded. That's why we're trying to create a little organization. Obviously we want some, at least to me, you guys can chime in. I think the accountability of like getting in there, just knowing that, hey, like we want to just, I'm going to post in here for us. Eventually, maybe we'll have one post that people just have like a check mark. So it's like, hey, I got it done today. For right now, I say we just post it in there right now until something changes. How's that sound?
And it's up to you. If you want to post in there, great. If not, but it's more of that's where we're trying to figure out. So I'm jumping in on that it's like, yes, some things get buried. So that's where we're trying to do, okay, if we have an album as far as each day, is that can be better for people to go there, but then they can still have the support to go and see people's successes. Because to me, I thrive off that it's like, here, oh, they messaged these 5 people and they got this, and this. Oh my gosh, I didn't do that today. I really should go do that. So I feel like it's kind of a motivator, but I don't know. I think it's kind of hard.
What if we could make like you guys make a post and then everybody just drop it in the comments, like today's homework assignment, posters in the comments type of thing, so we can kind of feed off of that, and that we could do that for successes, like, stuff like that as well.
And honestly, we could just go in the post of that day. Like if you got the homework done for that day, just go into that live and just post in there. That way it's easy and more Let's do it that way. That way it's a little bit easier that way. Hey, here's the daily dare. Here's the homework. Let's go in there and post what homework we got done in there. So that's a great idea.
So if you're watching this as a replay, or if you're on Zoom, go to this live on Facebook and post below in the comments, hey, I got my dare done, or hey, there's this, or here's the screenshot.
Perfect.
Awesome. We know we have a couple extra, we have some people with their hands up. We would love to get to everybody. Let's get through the training today. And then at the end, if we've got some extra time before new releases, we'll come back to you. How does that sound? We just want to make sure we get through the training. Is that okay, Vicki? And
Siri?
Series?
Yeah.
I know Kimberly had her hand up too. So I apologize. We only have so much time on here. So we're just trying to get to the training today. So today, just a quick recap. We're talking about this week, we're talking about the 5 core activities that we do every single day. This is kind of like your DMO, your daily method of operations, or things that you do every single day, right? So this is just kind of the basics that we're doing, just pretty basically on a smaller scale. The first one we talked about was commenting. Second one was
connecting. What's today?
Today's connecting.
Today was connecting, right? But I'm just recapping a little bit with what the other day was. Connecting, and what was the first one? I'm sorry. Creating content. Sorry. Yep. Awesome. So commenting, creating content. Today's all about connecting and what that's like. And then tomorrow is about converting, and then Friday we'll be talking about celebrating. So connecting.
And then he said next week we'll be talking about is lead generation.
He talked about the 2 types of connecting are,
it's turning strangers into friends or friends into family. So he kind of went into that a little bit with the connecting, is taking a step back. It's some people are like, oh, I don't want to, and he talks about this later on in the training, that it's like, oh, well, I don't want to message a stranger. Oh, I don't want to cold message, or I don't want to do this. But if you can not look at it that you're cold messaging people, it's more of you are just reaching out to strangers and you're going to turn them into a friend.
Yep. And so overall, the 2 main things that we talked about was action and attraction. Action is kind of going in to instigate and talking to somebody. Whereas attraction, we're all wanting this idea that people will come to us, which eventually he said will eventually come with your branding, but that might be more of a long-term kind of play. So we got to just right now, we got to kind of be a little bit more instigate our connection with other people.
So when you are taking action and you are going to go out to groups. So he used the example of a dad's group. He's in Dubai, or he has a newborn. And he said, if I'm going into the dad's group and I want to connect with some people, I know I'm jumping ahead, but he said, so say Bob posts and says,
so yesterday we talked about finding these groups. Okay. And then with finding these groups, you were supposed to just go in and you make a post in these groups. So now this is one step further, that you find you spend 5 to 10 minutes and you find some groups and you find within that brand or whatever. And so today you go into that group, you spend 5 to 10 minutes and you go on your post that you made, or
this is about other people's posts.
This is other people's posts.
Yep. This is about other people's posts that you're going. This one is the action side of things. When you attract, that's when people are coming to you from your posts. So action, if someone makes a post, then you go in and this is what's going to happen.
So you're still in the dad's group, and Bob made a post, and Sarah and Derek and Mary commented back on Bob's post. Then you can go and message Sarah and say, hey, Sarah, introduce yourself. And then you add them, you find them, and you want to go in and add them, but you message them and you say, hey, Sarah, I found you on Bob's post on the dad's group. So tell them where you found it from so they don't think you're stalking them some way. And then say, I have a question for you. But maybe Bob's post was about if you only have 2 hours of downtime when you have a newborn, what do you do? Do you work or do you sleep? And so you can say, Sarah, you said that you work. Tell me why you work. Why wouldn't you sleep? Or Sarah, do you get very much time to do that? I'm having a hard time because I have a newborn. Just ask them a question and start talking to them.
Yep. So
an example is I just pulled up a group. Okay. I pulled up Utah moms and I scrolled through and I found a post that says, my baby has been bottle fed with breast milk for the first 8 months, but pumping is killing me. What formula would you recommend starting with? So right there, you can go in and there's 8 answers on there. So I'm going to go and message the first person that posted it. Hey, Alyssa, thank you for, I loved your post in Utah Moms about breastfeeding. I used this formula when I had kids and it was the best one for me that my kids didn't get any stomach aches or something. And then I'm going to go down to the 8 other comments below there and I'm going to add them as a friend and I'm going to comment to send them a message as well. Hey, I loved your comment about this on Mary's post in Utah Moms group. That was really, and you give them you compliment them, or you just talk about where you found them.
Yep. So just a little summary of where we're at. So we're in the connecting side of things and we're going in as action. So we're in some of these groups that we talked about that we found, there's 10 to 20. And what we're going to do is the system that he gave us was called F.A.M. F-A.M. First one is F, find someone in the group from their post. A is add them. Do not wait to message them until they accept you. Just message them, okay? Do not wait. So right when you add them, you message them. And then going through the message is kind of what these guys are talking about. Say something along the lines of their name, how you found them, and ask them a question, okay?
And sometimes I'm getting one more step on that because when I've done this before, if sometimes you might just go straight to their spam folder if they haven't accepted your friendship. So the minute they accept your friendship, I still send them a message. I send them a friend request. I send them a message. And then I watch for when they add me as a friend. The minute they do that, I send them another message of, thank you so much for adding me as a friend. I really appreciate it. So then I pop straight into their inbox if I was in their spam folder, and then they can see my previous message.
Yep. So real quick, F.A.M., you find someone in the group, you add them and message them. So when you add them, message them right off the bat. And just like Brittany was saying, once they accept you, you can go in and add them, send another message just in case they didn't see your first message, okay?
The next one is attraction. So that's when you make a post and people comment to you, and one of the things that he says, I'll be the hunted, not the hunter. So that's what the chaser.
Well, that's what attraction is when people are coming to you. Yeah. But at first, you're going to spend, it's your time. And so you're going to spend more time trying to find these people, and you're going to be going and just commenting and just creating friendships. You're creating conversations. Yep. And so how you do that, where instead of going to friends and family all the time, it's like, here, I want to find new people. I want to find new customers. I want to grow my following. Because by you growing your following, then those are going to convert into, they're going to see what you're doing. They're going to want to buy from you, and they're going to turn into customers. And then they're going to see you're making money, you're doing this something fun, and then they'll turn into team members. So it's just this pipeline that you are building.
Yep. So with the content that you create on your pages, this is what's happening. So attraction is like attraction marketing. It's when people are coming to you to ask questions. So as people come to you to ask questions, this is where you go in and you comment, or if they're not a friend, you add and message them. A lot of the things that we're doing, we're wanting to add and message these people, and make sure you don't just add somebody in hopes that they'll message you back, because they won't, okay? This is where you got to instigate and be a little bit more intentional with the conversations, that if you don't know somebody, it's like a stranger. Do you think the strangers are going to come up to you and just talk to you? No, you got to you got to be intentional and go and talk to them, okay?
And so this is going to be like something of, as part as like your DMO is yesterday was spend 5 to 10 minutes to find groups and make a post in them. Then spend another 5 to 10 minutes to go into these groups, and you do the F.A.M. Find a post, you comment on them, or you add them as a friend, and you send them a message. Do that for 5 to 10 minutes. So this is something that should just be quick. And you just do, we call it our DMO, your daily method of operations that you do every single day.
So sorry, Mom, go ahead. We keep jumping in with you.
When I hear that, I think, well, this is cold calls. I don't want to do cold calls. But any stranger is a cold call. That's network marketing. We've used up all the people that we know, so we have to go out to new people, cold people that are strangers, And once you start talking to them, they become friends, and then they become your family. So it's okay to do cold calling. It's okay to do some of these cold messages, because then they'll start following you. Plus, you start following them, because then they'll start following you back.
Yeah. And so I just saw a comment to like, so does this mean you have to be aggressive with them? No, you don't. No. It's just like, okay, if I'm going up to a stranger at Home Depot or Hobby Lobby to go talk to them, and I'm just going to go up to them like, hey, do you want to join my business?
No.
What are they going to say? No, thank you.
Yeah.
You can mind your own business. You know, it's just like, no, let's warm up the conversation. Let's become friends until they kind of trust you a little bit, and then see how you can open up the opportunity to be able to see how the paparazzi can help them in their lives.
So we didn't give the script. So here's a script of what you can do to message them, because that's probably part of that question. That's like, oh, well, we're just going to send them a message. Well, what kind of message? So it's something that you do. One, hey, name. So, hey, Mary, I saw your post, or I saw your comment on so-and-so's post in this group. Okay. So it's one name. Two, how you found them. Because if it's like, hey, I get a random message, like, where did you see my message? Are you stalking me? Like, who is this? So you tell them how you saw where you found them. And then three, you ask them a question. Hey, and you bring up here, this is where I said, or I saw your thing. And then you can ask them a question to do with that post, or to do with their comment, and you can go that route. Or if it's something random, that it's just, thank you for your comment. I brought that, really helped me in wanting to get a dog, or to know for my kids. I really appreciate it. And then they come back, and then you can go back and ask them another question, that it's like, hey, I'm just curious. I am trying to reach out, and I was challenged to reach out to people to find out what their goals are this year, because I have my big goals, and I think January is a wonderful month to get going. Can I ask you what your number one goal is this year?
Yeah, so you're basically just trying to warm people up and talk to them. You don't need to go from 0 to 100 to sign people up. Okay, right. So you got to be able to like be a little. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. So you got to take a few steps with people and keep following up with them to keep asking some questions, just like a friend would.
Remember, we're making friends. We're making friends.
We got to make friends. So every single time we have these lives, I'll go back into the description, and write out some of these notes. And I'll even put like an example of a scripting that you guys can use. Okay.
Daily dare. This is your dare, your assignment for today. Your daily dare is to go through your contacts in Facebook or TikTok, Instagram. Start going down through there and just say, hey, Susie, we haven't been in contact for a long time. I'd like to change that. So you always say their name. Don't just say, hey, or hi, or whatever. Say, hey, Susie. Hey, Nomi. Hi, Pamela. Hey, Karen. Say their name. And then you say, we haven't been in contact for quite a while. I'd like to change that. What's new in your world? Or what's your biggest goal? Right now is a good time. What's your biggest goal for 2023?
So that is one, if you've never messaged them. Yeah. So you're friends with them, and it's, you can say we haven't.
Well, or you haven't contacted them for a long time.
Yes. Right. So you can say that, or you can switch the script to, I've noticed that we've been friends for quite a while, and we've never connected. I'd like to change that. I'm just curious, what are your goals for this next year? Yep. And so all you do on Facebook is, you guys should know, I just went to my profile. If you can see that, you scroll down and you can see friends, and they're going to just be in order from A all the way down. So click on the first person, send them a message. Yep. And you guys, you could spend hours doing this. Take 10 minutes and do it. If you want to go and say, here, I'm going to just do 50 today, great. But it's here. I don't want to overwhelm you guys. Do here 5 to 10 minutes here, 5 to 10 minutes here. So I am just spending on income producing activities of trying to get people to see me, to get people to start coming in. I'm going to spend a half an hour every day, or an hour, and just block out that time, and no other distractions.
Yeah, we're the goal of this isn't an exhaustive do this 10 hours a day. Okay, so even real quick, we know we're doing a lot, and we're speaking at you maybe 100 miles an hour. Just take a breath and just do the best that you can. Okay, just take a breath and just try it out. And as you start doing things, you'll learn a lot. Okay, and that's why we're here together as a support, as paparazzi sisters and brothers out there. We're here to help each other. So if somebody has a question, there's a lot of people in the group. So if someone sees a question or a comment in there, we would ask all of you guys that kind of have a little bit more experience in this to help those other people. We gotta be good at this, helping each other out, because that's what 2023 is about, is helping each other grow into the next level. Okay.
And I had a message that somebody said, well, I did the first assignment wrong. You guys, you did not do it wrong. By you taking action and you doing something, that is, you are being consistent. That's what he said. Did you write that down? By you being consistent and you showing up, you are going to win every day. Some people are going to be at sprinting. Some people are going to be walking. Some are going to be crawling, but it doesn't matter. It may take you a month. It may take you 5 months. It may take you 5 years. But if you're doing something every day, yeah, but you will win by you doing something. And so you're doing amazing just by being here.
That's right. You're the 1%, the 1%. So remember, there's two types of connecting. Action, where you put the post out. Oh, that's wrong.
Your action is going into the group,
that's right,
and commenting on someone else's. And then attraction is you making the post. Right. And if someone comments below, you're going and talking to those people.
But make sure you go back and talk to them.
Yep.
I mean, it's work to do content. It's work to post. It's work to do something out there. Then people comment and you never go back.
Right.
And talk to them. Go back and talk to them.
Figure out a follow-up system. So maybe for the last 2 to 3 minutes, because we want to get off at 12:55, we'll answer 1 or 2 questions real quick, and then we'll get off before new releases. So Tony, we see your hands up. Can we help you out with your question?
Yeah, my question is on the F.A.M. do you guys maintain some sort of tracking list or tracking mechanism of the people that you have reached out to? Because she was saying that when they friend her, she immediately goes back. So do you have like a spreadsheet or some sort of method of tracking the people that you have reached out to and friended and commented to?
So great question. There are different systems for everybody. I could say, hey, go to a CRM. A CRM is like a system that you can use that you can pay for. You can use a pen and paper. You can use an Excel spreadsheet. And I could give you the best system in the world, but if you don't like it, you don't use it, it doesn't matter. So if you're more of a pen and paper person, figure out a pen and paper system for you. Okay. If you like Excel sheets, I like Excel sheets. Figure out a way. We've done a tracking sheet training in there before with like kind of some basics. Create your own way to follow up with people.
And I will post that training that we did about that, so it can give you some ideas as far as like, oh, I like how they did this, but do what works best for you.
Yeah. We have a CRM. A CRM is called a customer relationship management system. It's called TeamZ. That's what we use. It's $20 a month, but it's a way that you can follow up with people. But again, it costs money. An Excel sheet and pen and paper don't.
Right.
So find something that works best for you.
Got it. Thank you.
Yep.
Tara?
Yeah. So the tracking sheet that you guys gave before, I think it was the first day. Is that on an Excel spreadsheet, or is that just?
I think it's just like a PDF or like an image.
Is there a way for you guys to transfer it to an Excel sheet, to email it out to us or anything? Because like my printer is ink.
Are you good at Excel, Tara?
Yeah.
Can I challenge you to make one for us? Could I do that?
I can try.
Could I dare you to do one?
All right. Yeah.
And then send it to us, and then we'll put it out to the entire team. How does that sound? And
what's an email I can send it to?
I'll send you a Facebook message and I'll have you send it over to Robbie.
Yep.
Okay.
And perfect. Sounds
good.
Tara.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tara. You're awesome. Great question.
It's probably lost in the comments, but I did put one in there, an Excel spreadsheet that I'm using. I'll email it to you guys.
Awesome.
Perfect. Thank you.
Amy, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Okay. It's 12:55. We're going to get off. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We love you guys so much, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you.
Love you too.